First of all, let me give my most sincerest condolences to all those who's lost loved ones due to this incident. This is very sad and heartbreaking, and I really feel bad for those families. So you know how Ghana is known for their jollof rice? Well, they're also known for their wache as well, which is not as well known as the jollof rice. But anyway, this is what the restaurant was known for that the people went to and unfortunately got food poisoning from, and that is from the wache. And the wache is simply just red beans. Actually, I don't think it's red beans. It's some type of bean and rice. And again, it's a favorite of theirs. So according to the yin.com in Ghana, it says 5 people have reportedly died after eating a meal of rice and beans, which is properly known as wache. And they bought food from a food joint at Oyibi Bush Canteen Junction in Accra. And the report also reads that about 40 people were reportedly affected, out of which 5, including a pregnant woman and a lotto vendor, died. Among the victims were the wache seller herself and some of her family members, who were all rushed to the Valley View Hospital, Oyibi Hospital, and Dodowa Hospital and other facilities when they complained of severe stomach aches after they had eaten the food last week Friday. So there appears to be conflicting reports, though, because in some cases I've read the report of 5 people dying, and another report said 1 person died. So I'm not sure which one is the case. But I hope it's the latter, where only 1 person died. And yes, even 1 person is one too many, but of course that's a lot better than 5 people dying. It goes on to say that also a statement issued by the authority in Accra on Friday said an environmental assessment of the food preparation site revealed poor food handling practices, which could have resulted in the contamination of the food, leading to the foodborne disease outbreak. So my question is, does Ghana not have a health inspection board? And fortunately, the answer to the question is yes. The FDA, it says, launched its street food vending scheme in November 2021 in conjunction with the Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies. The schemes, which was developed under the FAO Healthy Street Food Incentive Project, aims at issuing compliant vendors with a street food vending permit. The statement urged consumers to look out for the permits at their favorite eateries before patronizing their services. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. And the reason why I say that is because I know there's going to be a fee to get these permits, and Ghanaians are already stretched as far as money is concerned, and anything that's going to contribute to their costs, it's not going to happen. Now, the only way I think they will get it is if they see that their food sales are declining, because people are going to be asking for that permit in light of what has happened. I know there have been deaths reported here too off people eating expired food, and that is something that they are very cognizant of now when they go shopping. When I'm in stores, I always hear people asking about the expiration date if they do not see it clearly marked on the package that they're buying, or the food that they're buying. Anyway, this information, it really does pain me, because and for really selfish reasons, because I really do enjoy eating street food. They make delicious street food here. I mean, they season the meat very nicely. The meats are very tender. The tilapia is one of my favorites. Tilapia and banku. Oh my goodness. You guys, when you come here, you must definitely try their tilapia and banku. It is very, very good. The banku is kind of like fufu, but it's a little bit more firmer, and it has a bit of a sour taste to it, which really goes nicely with their different foods and with their pepe that they have along with it. Yeah, so street food is really dear to my heart. By my subscribers who've been watching, you guys know that I've made plenty of videos showing me talking about different food street vendors that I've gone to. And again, very good. However, there is the caveat that I have been warned or strongly cautioned against frequenting them too often because of the fact that some of my friends have gotten sick as well. I really haven't experienced it too bad. I've actually experienced it from eating food at other places where I know I had food poisoning, but it wasn't from eating at a street vendor. And I've gotten mildly sick sometimes after going to a street vendor, but the time I really got sick, it wasn't even from a street vendor. I think it was, yeah, some type of restaurant. But anyway, there are so many YouTubers that document eating at different exotic places, and I've never heard of any of them getting deathly ill. I mean, I guess if they got a little food poisoning, that wouldn't be something they would report, because like I said, you can get a little food poisoning from eating anywhere. You can even get food poisoning from cooking your own food. That's what happened with the owner of the establishment where people got sick. It was that she cooked her own food and got sick from that herself. So anyway, I really do hope that the places I go to really get that permit. Or I'm going to really ask the questions and look around and make sure that the environment is clean. But anyway, for those who, are traveling to Ghana and they really want to experience the street food, let me give you some tips to minimize your chance from getting food poisoning. One is, please take note of your surroundings, okay, where the food is being cooked, because sometimes the food is being cooked near a sewage drainage system. And if you don't see one, oftentimes they're cooking near one because of the smell. It stinks. So you never want to buy food from a place where it stinks, because that just means that a sewage drainage system is nearby. Also, you want to know how long the food has been sitting out. How fresh is it? The longer it's been sitting out, the more likelihood of food being contaminated by flies or anything. A lot of times the street food is prepared, obviously, as it implies, on the street. So cars are going by and spewing out nasty exhaust fumes. Dirt is being blown around. So you really want to be careful about how well they keep their food covered too, to prevent any of these things in the environment getting on the food. Also too, you want to look again at how sanitary the place is. You want to make sure that it is clean. And for the ones handling the food, you want to make sure they have on some type of food covering, a glove, a plastic baggie or something like that over their hands when they're touching your food. And 9 times out of 10, that's what I see. One time I went to a place where they were baking bread, and they were handling the bread with their bare hands. And so I really wanted the bread, but I asked my husband to ask them if they could, the batch that was cooking and they were about to take out, to please put something over their hands before touching the bread, which they did do. They weren't too happy about it, but hey, I'm the one eating it, and I like to cut down my chances from getting sick. And also, if they're frying food, you want to find out how old the oil is, how long have they been using it, and even what type of oil it is. Because I heard from several ladies here that go to markets and sell at markets, said that you have to be careful about the type of oil you get, because some of the oils can make you sick. All right, so I think that's about it. Hope you all have found these tips to be beneficial. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And come back again, okay? See ya!